In my undergraduate, I went into chemical engineering, but then when I was finishing up, I wanted to do something where I could help the environment, help environmental health. So I went into environmental consulting, and that kind of got me started down that pathway. So this study is one in a sort of a series, I would say, of urban sustainability and impacts of transportation on air pollution and health and exposure equity. And so I've worked with several students on different studies, and we've learned basically that there are certain groups, particularly African Americans, to some degree Hispanic people, and people living in poverty, people who live in urban regions versus in more rural regions, who are disproportionately exposed to traffic-related pollutants. So the goal of this was to develop this system so that we could apply it to asking bigger questions like, what about the long-range transportation plan for Tampa? And also the current Tampa Bay Next program, which is part of the proposal for that is to widen some of our roadways. Looking at, okay, well, what would be the impacts on air quality and exposures in our area? I'm just very interested in generally urban sustainability and transportation systems impacts on health and equity. And so I'm trying to think about how we design urban communities and how we can design them better. In a larger sense, I'd really like to work and collaborate with others who are looking at other aspects of the questions of urban health and equity.